Breaking news. This isn't the full OnlyFacts Sports podcast, but we had to jump onto the channel and discuss the madness that is the Thomas Partey charges. And the way that it works in the UK, because a lot of our audience are not from the UK, is typically if you are arrested, you have 24 hours to be charged. Under certain circumstances, this can be extended. So I can't remember. We are not journalists, and we are trash at our job. No. But for the purposes of this, we're not, because I can't remember how long ago it was that the original arrest was. I can't remember all the details.
2 years.
We could have easily done some research, but we didn't because we're lazy.
You could have won the Champions League with a flipping. Oh, sorry, I got to bleep that out, innit? With a flipping sexual assault person.
Abuser. Yeah.
Is it alleged, or can I actually say it?
If he's been charged, I think it's not alleged anymore. I mean, we'll have to see if he's getting now he's been charged. But the conversation is around these charges and how much Arsenal knew. There's like theories and stuff, and I'm on the kind of conspiracy theory side. That for me, it's very suspicious that this has gone on for a couple of years. Arsenal, first of all, the first thing I'm suspicious of is he's been injured for 50% of the time.
Can we introduce who this person is?
This
is a random white man on the channel.
This is my boy Ricky. You're going to be seeing Ricky on the channel and on the new channel, OnlyFacts Extra.
He actually for the colonizer still.
Yeah, well, he bought us out. Do you know what I'm saying? He gave us £50 and 2 Guinness, and we said, yeah, man, the channel's yours. Right. So, yeah, new channel, OnlyFacts Extra. The link to that channel will be in the description of this video. And this is Ricky. He's going to be doing a lot of content over there, some content over here as well. But you'll get to know Ricky. He's a wild brother still. But the Thomas Partey thing, you know, there's a thing in America that's called the contract year. Do you know what I mean? And that's in your last year of your contract, and man start falling out in the NBA all the time. And Thomas Partey's never played a full season for Arsenal. No. And I wonder how much these charges coming made him feel like now it's time to ball out. Because the only reason I say that is because a couple of weeks ago, or even a week ago, Arsenal were looking at renewing his contract, and he was asking for more wages. I don't know if you knew that. No. Arsenal was saying, you've been injured a lot. There's no resale value on you. There's not even any clubs that are really interested in you that are kind of bigger than where we are. You're not going to go to a Madrid or City.
He's dumb. He should have just took wherever they.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He's what looks suspicious to me from an Arsenal perspective in terms of the way the club's operated is they decided, no, we're going to take Norgard and replace you, and as of Tuesday on the 1st of July, he's officially a free agent. 3 days later, the charges land. No, but, man, them talk to me.
But you know what? Why I feel like it's a bit mad, bro? And this is where I'm like, the only person who knows if he done it is him and that girl. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask the question of has he been balling out for that reason, he knows if he's done it.
That's the point. He
knows. So
and he must know that the club can give him some level of protection, because it looks to me like it's too suspicious that you leave the employment on Tuesday and you're charged on Friday.
Okay, but for me, Arsenal, Norgard had an okay season. He wouldn't have been anybody's selection player to be brought in.
So you're saying that's also suspicious?
Panic buy. Big time panic.
Right, you think that it's suspicious. So your view is that it's suspicious from a perspective of they must have known these charges were coming 100%. To just take a replacement.
So here's a question. Because you said they knew the charges were coming. Did Arsenal know about the actual alleged assault at the time?
Yeah.
And everybody knew about the assault. Everybody knew about the assault.
No. Like,
because you mean did Arsenal know if he's guilty?
Yeah.
No, that's impossible to know.
That's impossible until he gets official.
He could be found guilty and we still might not know.
No. The reason why is I was going to say it's kind of similar to Greenwood, but Greenwood, there's a video, so it's kind of mad, isn't it? Greenwood, because he got convicted by himself. Like, he literally, the video went out.
He convicted himself.
He convicted himself, bro, so it's kind of different.
But no, for me, Norgard is a panic buyer because they knew what was coming, 100%. We hadn't heard about Norgard at all even being linked with Arsenal in any way, shape,
Facts, we are famously slow in the transfer market. So if anytime we just do a deal, like, yo, we signed bang out of nowhere, it's like, rah, like, when did this happen? We move famously slow. We've been interested in Gyökeres or Sesko for like 2 years.
Are you accusing... Here's a question.
Okay.
Here's a question, because we always knew that this was going to happen.
This was coming down the line. Yeah. We didn't know if he was going to get charged, but we knew that this was in the air.
This was in the air. Here's a question. Do you think then Arsenal told the police or whoever to wait until he wasn't an Arsenal player before they drop.
That's what it looks like. It looks like the club has that level of power.
So that means that's a cover up then.
For
Arsenal
sure.
helped cover up this sexual assault.
But
that's the title for this video right now.
That's
I'm doing a young spree.
That's what you're moving mad, mind games. But but that is my group chat was blowing up. You were the first person to message me about Partey, but my group chat was full of, obviously man want to throw dirt on their rivals, but that was the narrative that the Man United fans were running with in my group chat. Is like,
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
It looks too suspicious, and I can't really defend it because, like I say, on Tuesday to Friday is mad. Yeah. For a case that has gone on for 2 years, suddenly in 3 days we've got enough.
Not even just,
what do you have today that you didn't have on Tuesday?
Not even just that. After one of his best seasons and refusing to sign his contract. You know what I'm saying? You refuse, regardless of... From
a football perspective, you are an idiot. Away from the sexual assault, whether you did it or not, you are an idiot. Yeah. This institution may well be powerful enough to protect you, and you ask for more money, you dumb
But we don't know if bro, we don't know if that's the case. We don't know that's the case.
If that is the case...
Bro, I feel like... let me tell you what I think. I think the club is just saying that. I feel like the real reason why he didn't.
Right, you think the club don't want to renew him? They need a reason to not want to renew him, so they've said, "Oh, he's asking for more. He's asking for too much money. He's priced himself out. Here you go, Mr. Officer, you can take him."
Literally, that's what I think.
From the club's perspective, though, they probably looked at it and gone, "Cool, we've got a replacement in."
The reality is, Arsenal have protected him because when it comes to these types of charges, these types of charges, you're looking at forensic evidence and all this kind of stuff. There's no new forensic evidence that's coming up on Friday the 4th of July that was not there last week or last month
when you were playing Real Madrid,
or 6 months ago.
Not forensically, for how long this has been going on.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's 2 years ago.
Of course they've been covering it up, bro. That's what your club, that's what you represent.
As an Arsenal fan, we can't hide behind that.
You're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, of course you're an Arsenal fan. Oh my God. Arsenal fans, yeah. He can play ball as well.
That isn't my fan.
Yeah.
What?
And remember what
you play ball?
Once upon a day.
Remember what you know, we're calling me off camera and now you are supporting this.
No, we're not supporting it, we're calling it out. When I see bad behaviour, I'll come on camera and put it. Now, what I want to know from you is, if there's some bad behaviour in your past, would you come on camera and talk about? That's what I do. But for me, I made this video to call out Arsenal Football Club.
Firstly, let me ask you a question, because this is where the politician journalists come.
Go on. Yeah.
What date or when did these allegations first?
2 years.
2 years ago.
And did you not continue to support him?
Support who?
Right.
He never did.
Let me talk.
He never did
because of another.
No. He literally every time he played, he was like, "Get this bum out of my club." Every single time, genuinely.
Because you're not a good football player because he done what he done.
Both.
No, I don't believe that.
We spoke about it.
100%.
We spoke about it. He only I was gonna say something crazy. He only supports SA when it's white people.
Oh, swear.
He's one of them, man, isn't it?
So let me ask you.
Go on.
But I know you still supported Partey.
I'm innocent until proven guilty.
I know you still supported Partey.
Innocent until proven guilty.
There's videos.
Yeah.
You still supported Partey.
Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah.
But
I've said I've been consistent in saying if he's charged or found guilty, then I don't want him anywhere near the club. But just the allegation alone for me is not enough. There's a big YouTuber or streamer, some girl, I can't remember her name, Pokey something, but Pokey some Chinese girl or East Asian girl. But she tweeted about the Diddy and Cassie thing and said, believe all women and believe all victims. And mad people started tweeting her saying, you SA'd me, because she's saying believe all allegations. Right. So anyone could make and the point people make it on Twitter is that anyone can make an allegation.
There's so many people.
I know people in my personal life.
Okay.
I know people in my personal life over 32 years of my life who have been found guilty that did it, and people that didn't do it. There's false allegations. I know both.
Do you feel now you believe that Arsenal covered up a SA?
I feel let down.
No, but do you still support Arsenal?
I support the club because the club is more than the club is.
No, but
at some point you got to let me answer a question. The club is 150 years of history and hundreds, if not thousands, of people. So it's not the 3 or 4 people that may have been involved in making these decisions. If the Cronkies and Arteta, just for example, let's say there's 3 or 4 of them: Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke, Arteta, and maybe one other person, the legal counsel. Edu. That's 4 people with legal counsel. That's 5 people that have made that decision. Those 5 people are not Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club was there before any of them, and Arsenal Football Club will still be there after them.
You see how you asked
but I do feel let down
between the first and the fourth.
Yeah.
My question would be, what changed for you?
What do you mean?
You supported Partey up until the first.
He's been charged. There's a certain burden of proof.
The club knew about it.
I agree.
He could have been
I
charged.
agree with you.
He could have been charged 3 months ago.
I
but
agree.
your club fought the issue for him not to be charged.
I agree with you.
So therefore, the burden of blame has to go on Arsenal.
I agree with you.
So therefore,
okay.
if you aren't supporting Partey, this is joint enterprise for me. You might as well have had Edu in the room.
No,
this is joint enterprise.
The reason it's not is because I don't know which people were directly involved.
No.
I would hold those people, if I knew, I would hold those individual people. It's not there's Martin Odegaard's not involved, is he? Like the average, Bukayo Saka's not involved. The average person is not involved.
Let me ask you a question.
The people that serve the food on match days are not
involved.
involved.
Let me ask you a question. If I had a charge, and you knew, bro, and you knew, yeah. Bro, don't do that because people are gonna think I'm young Philly, bro. Don't do that.
Young touchy feely in that.
If I had a charge, yeah, and you knew I was gonna get charged, would you wait until we done let's say we had a big event that was gonna happen? Would you wait until that event was finished and for me to?
How much money am I making off the event?
But that's my point, though. This is my point, bro.
I'm being so real. If we're about to have if we've got a massive podcast and I'm about to make life-changing money, and you're gonna get charged for what difference does it make to me? To me personally, I'm Nicholas Joseph Francis. If you get charged on Monday or Friday, if on Friday I'm gonna be 2 mil richer, get charged on Friday. I'm not saying that the woman doesn't get justice. She just gets justice on Friday.
His point is there's no benefit for Arsenal for if he gets charged then. Well, there is
a benefit because if you got charged earlier, then we would have been without a player.
But then,
if we'd won the Champions League, we'd won the Champions League.
But then he would have been playing the Champions League.
But you're putting
only if he gets charged now. If he got charged 3 months ago, he wouldn't have played.
You're putting football over somebody else's.
No, I'm not. I'm not putting. No, I'm not. You've just changed. Listen,
right now.
Listen for a second. You just asked me about me and you. I'm talking about me and you. I'm not talking about football.
Yeah. So the person who's been assaulted, they should get justice.
If you assault someone and if you get charged today, I'm going to lose a mil. But if you get charged next week, I'm going to make a mil. Get charged next week. I want my mil. She can still get justice. I can say, babe, you can get justice and I can make a mil. Thank you very much. She's not going to agree with that. She wants justice right away. Life is tough. I'm just being real. I can sit here and say, no, charge him straight away and I'll lose all the money. Lose all the money? Are you crazy? Right. What are you talking about? I'm just being honest. If that makes me a bad person,
you're supporting a cover-up, bro.
I'm not supporting a cover. I've already said bare times. I'm not
because you agree that Arsenal were right to say for not revealing it. Because you said
when did I say that?
You said you would do the same thing. So that means they're right, then, isn't it?
I judge myself by different standards to how I judge other people because I'm a hypocrite.
No, man.
What the hell? What the hell? If I go on holiday with a man, then I want to do my thing. If my girl goes on holiday with her girls, I want her to behave. They're two different things.
Bro,
they're two totally different things.
Double standard life.
The guys that run Arsenal are billionaires. They could afford to replace the player. They're not losing too much. The way I'm holding them to a different set of standards. Me and you sitting here as two average guys. If there's £1 million on the line, that's life-changing money for me.
Facts.
So that's two different situations. Next season when we have Norgard instead of Partey, I'm probably going to finish second anyway.
You know what he's going to be like? He's going to be like, Cameron in Paid in Full. Yeah. Girls get hard every day, B.
Bro,
that's what he's going to be
you
saying,
tough, right? You tough, right?
You can start every day. What you're saying is, if you're going to commit crime, put it in the calendar so you can kind of manage your events before.
I would like to, There's no way that one of you two sexually assaults someone and I'm guilty. I'm just saying that people looking at me like, oh, we look at me for. I live over here. He lives 30 miles down the road. He's from North, so he's already fucked. Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? What's that got to do with me? What has that got to do with me? Or would you want people to judge you for my charges?
No, but I'm not going to hide it though. I'm not going to hide it until it's convenient to me.
You went crazy. That's what you're supposed to do.
Nah, bro. If you get, I'm going to talk about it to make money.
Even more so, if I run a multi-billion-pound organisation, 100, and it's going to cost me a lot of money and a lot of 100%.
That happens.
What? Of course.
Yeah, that happens.
But that happened.
Yeah,
this has happened.
But do I judge them badly for doing it? Yes. Would I have also potentially done it? Yes. That's not a complicated concept.
So
to
you
understand.
don't practice what you preach?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Established.
Who does? What kind of foolishness is that?
Going back to your point though, that Arsenal Football Club is bigger than what Thomas Partey has done. Like it will recover. We will get out of that light of being.
100%.
You have to play for you.
We got to bleep that out as well. Thank you very much, mate.
Excellent.
You men are trying to, but we ain't even started the other
You
channel.
two are the only two that said it. You two are the only two that said it. I didn't say it. You two said it.
This is Nick's idea because Nick wanted to do a whole new, what's it called? You wanted to do a whole new
Channel?
sense of topics. And look what we're starting. By the way, this video is coming out before the new channel launches. So basically,
You're going that new channel. When you click on the link, will have no videos on it yet. But today we're shooting
topics.
Today we're literally shooting the videos. That's why Ricky's here. We're literally shooting the videos. So go
These
subscribe
type
to
of
that channel.
topics are gonna be way more on the other channel. So if you kind of found this enjoyable, yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but let me not make that joke.
Alright, cool. That's it.
Anything else on this? I just want to make sure that we covered every angle. We
My
spoke
G.
about Arsenal Football Club. What?
That's it, bro. Wrap it up, my bro.
That's what you should have done. You know what? You know what? It's cool. Let's not do that. It's cool. It's a safe space for the man then.
Bro,
like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are also live Saturday night. So if you're seeing this, probably Saturday. We're live Saturday night for Jack Carroll versus Harlem Eubank as well. So come and lock in for that.
He's not
and we'll see you there. Peace.
Bro.